Hello, my name is Clint and I am the director of the Ghostbuster fan film Ecto 1 vs. Graveyard Ghosts. And in this film I'm going to explain how I make this fan film, the special effects, the tricks, the complete 360 explanation of this fan film. Why Ghostbusters? Well, it's my #1 movie of all times. I love it. The craziness, the weirdness. I'm a huge lover of the 80s, and Ghostbusters is hardcore 80s. So let's get started. The total budget of this movie was 20 euros top. So it's not low budget, but it's a no budget movie. This gate is made with popsicles and wooden sticks, and you see the camera gliding very smoothly. And well, that's just the camera put into a tripod, and that was being connected to a toy car. A cheap way to get some smooth camera action. And now we going to see the Ecto 1, the miniature Ecto 1. A lot of smoke effects in this movie. I bought a little smoke maker, very cheap, and it puts my whole cemetery in smoke. The miniature graveyard. And that's me closing the gate with my hands. The trees in this movie are made from twigs, from grapes. Little twigs, yeah, that's it. It looks like a creepy tree. Ghostbuster references here on the headstones. Carpathian Kitten from Ghostbusters 2. Walter Peck, of course, the bad guy from the first movie. A nice introduction of our cemetery. The bench made of popsicles and a little string on it. Just pulling the string, and then it's a subtle way to say that something weird is going on in this cemetery. Everything was self-made, but this I bought from China, these little miniature lanterns. And it has it's battery operated, and a switch on, and just me going on off. I think there's also a headstone that says He-Man. And that's of course from Ghostbusters 2. Earthquake is just me vibrating my hands, the whole miniature, and then everything is shaking. Jack Hardemeyer, asshole number 3,000,001. The bad guy from Ghostbusters 2. A lot of bad guys on the headstones. Vibrating Mother Maria. Brazilianaires. And that's a reference to the Dan Aykroyd movie Nothing But Trouble. And now we're going to see that the ground is going to be pulled open. The gates of the hell has been opened, and that was just carved out. Putting lights under it and smoke. Scolari's cousin. And this is a cloud tank effect. It's just a fish tank filled with water, and you put condensated milk into it, and you inject it, and it gives its very beautiful, creepy cloud effect. It's a special effect they also use in, of course, Poltergeist, Ghostbusters, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Child's Play, The Neverending Story, and it's a real cool special effect, practical effect, and some LED lights to flickering, simulating lightning. And then we're going to see the bad guy. That's the ghost, Bully. A ghost say boo, and bully, we know what that is. And the ghost is actually made from a latex ball filled with gel. We put the gel out, we put a LED light in it. We make some hands and arms with hot glue, putting on a wire, and there he goes. And now you have to listen very carefully, because the ghost is going to imitate something. He's going to imitate a character from a movie, and we're going to listen to that. And if you know the references, just put it in the comments. I will give a hint. Dan Aykroyd. If you know from which movie this is, put it in the comments. This is animated, hand by hand, little lightning there, and the proton beams are actually colored iron wires connected to a motor that spins, and then we speed that video up, and it really looks like a proton blast. This is a Forrest Gump references. And this is just a bench, and this is a second bench that was already cut in two, and we used a match igniting, and we filmed that in slow motion, so it looked like an explosion. This was filmed outside for safety issues, and I'm going to burn my whole place down, because you have a miniature with wood, cardboard and paper. It was the most nerve-wracking thing to film, because you're doing something with matches and fire. It's a cool effect, but it's nerve-wracking. And then here's some smoke, some atmospheric scene from the cemetery. Very quiet now. Rest in peace, cardboard. Ironic. Oh, there he goes. And that's just also a reference to Ghostbusters 2, when all the chairs are jumping up in the courthouse scene. Judge Waxler, casket dismissed, the judge from Ghostbusters 2. And this is a little bit building up the tension for the big finale. And this is my homemade super slammer that catch the ghosts in the video game from 2009. So that's a reference from the video game into my short film. A lot of smoke, the ghost is back. A lot of sound effects also in this short movie. I also made the ghost sounds. I also make the music that you hear all by myself, because we can't use the original movie soundtrack. It has copyrights on it, so we make something on ourselves. Now the ghost is going to get it very tough now. It's going to get catched. Groundhog, Bill Murray movie. Laser beam. And this is a lot of images combined to each other. And this is a miniature skeleton inside the rubber ball. It looks like the skull is in a condom, but it's a rubber ball. And this is the end of our ghosts. What a world is melting. And this is back the cloud tank effect, but now it's just reversed image. And it's all been sucked into the Ecto 1. This is also reversed image, and all the smoke is going back into the gate of hell, and it's going to get shut. There it is. Scolari's cousin is gone. Valentine Bomber headstone. And the job is done. Not quite right. He's going back and is going to do something very beautifully. The car is putting back our little Maria statue on her place. There's a marker that says rest in peace Print, and that's of course a reference to Egon Spengler from the first Ghostbusters movie. Print is dead, and the job is done. And that's my short film. Thank you all for all the positive feedback I get from this movie. People like it. It's a throwback back to the 80s special effects, because I use a lot of practical effects in it. You can watch the movie in 4K definition. I will put a thumbnail right now on this movie, so you can click on it very easy. And maybe next time for another short movie. This was Clint. Goodbye.